It's a little cold in the workshop today, but it's not so cold that I can't work on a camera. Welcome to Hacko Week. So I'm sure you can hear my little space heater running in the background here. Doing a quickie fix this morning on a T50, a Canon T50. These came out in the 80s. And it was like a nice little point and shoot camera, easy to use. It's got full program, or you can go manual if you know what you're doing with f-stops and things like that. But just a good little workhorse point and shoot camera. And it takes the FD mount lenses, and I have a couple of them for this camera. And I want to take this out today and do some downtown shooting, black and white film. The issue with this is the lens mount is a little loose. You hear that? It's internal where we need to tighten it up. It's this ring right here. The mount itself is loose. And so to get at the screws for that, I need to take off the covers. So let's get started. So we got to get this cover off, this front cover. I believe it's just going to come off with the screws that are holding it on here. Not anything to do with the top cover so much. So let's give that a try. I think there's 4 screws in this altogether. It looks like the one on the top is the shortest of everybody. Okay, all screws out. Let's give this a little help. There we go. And this is loose because these 4 screws are no longer tight. So let's tighten those up. It's about as simple as that. And that's it. It's tight. How do we keep it tight? Maybe it looks like they had something on there that kind of tried to keep them in place. How about a little bit of CA glue? Just a tiny amount. Let's get a little bit here on this notepad. Take my smallest screwdriver and scoop up just a little bit of it. And all I want to do is put a tiny dab of it there, which could be broken loose later. I wonder if maybe this camera got dropped at some point, and the shock of that, if it hit on the lens, is what started the whole loosening up thing. So I really should hit that with a little bit of the kicker. So let's put the lens back on so that we protect the mirror. And give it a little bit of spray. That's all it needs. Put that back off. There's a small tab on this side that needs to go in first, so you tip it in like that. There we go. All set. Let's get a little air in there. Get the dust out. And let's put this lens back on. This is a CPC lens, which stands for, what is it? Combined Products Corporation. Interesting name. I picked this lens up for, I think it was $40. And it's virtually brand new. It does not look like it was ever used. It's a 8200 macro 52 millimeter f4.5, which is not so bad. And I'm going to take this out today. I'm going to take it with me down to downtown Asheville today. We're going to City Bakery for breakfast. And maybe do a little street photography. There we go. And no more shaky lens. So as I mentioned, it's a decent little point and shoot camera from the 80s. Nothing really special. It's kind of like an AE1 program without selectable shutter speeds. When it's in program mode, you get shutter speeds all the way from, I think, 2 seconds if it's a really dark setting, and all the way up to 1/1000th of a second. If you put it in manual, it defaults to 1/60th of a second. The difference between automatic and manual is simply rotating the aperture ring to A. The other lens has the same thing. It's got the aperture button right here, so you can manual or push the button, rotate it where it lines up with the dot, and you are in automatic mode. At which point the program takes over and it will adjust everything for you to get a nice picture. It takes really good pictures. It's a simple camera. It's nothing to rave about. It's plasticky, but it's a good, quick and dirty point and shoot that you can fit any FD mount lens to, which is kind of cool. As I mentioned, I bought this one, which is a virtually brand new lens, for like $40. Lenses are really reasonable anymore because hardly anyone shoots film. So anyway, let's get some film in here. I've got a roll here of HP 400 ASA Ilford film, and this thing is so simple to load. You just pretty much drop the cartridge in there, get the wind back reel, take the leader and push it over to there, close the back, and up here it's on the S setting, and we just simply shoot until it's on 1. That's it. It is loaded, ready to shoot. ASA setting is right here. So you just push down this little button and use this little edge here to rotate it until it is on 400 right there, and that's it. Let's go take some pictures. I've taken the lens off and I've got a Q-tip with a little bit of glass cleaner. I'm gonna just get into the little nooks and crannies here and get some of this dust and stuff off. Ugh, yuck. Give it a good clean up. It deserves it. I want to clean the shutter button, so if I just rotate this to L, which is lock, the shutter will not go off. Let's get that viewfinder. That's nasty. I'm gonna use some lens cleaner on that. Yeah, it's pretty dirty inside too, so maybe later in another video we'll take this top cover off and get in there and clean up the internals of the viewfinder, but for now this is good enough. There we go. Canon T50, functional again. No more loose lens mount. Like I said, pretty simple camera. If you want to get into doing some 35 millimeter film photography, this is a cheapy one to pick up. You can probably find these on eBay, really reasonable. And it's a good starter camera for 35 millimeter film because it's fully automatic. You really can't make a mistake. If you leave it in program mode, you just point and shoot, and you're going to get great pictures. I've taken lots of rolls with this thing, and it's really easy to use. So that's about a wrap, I think. It's a little warmer in here now, which is nice. So I could probably lose the hat, but it's so cozy. My rabbit fur. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time,